Please tell me you can hear me now. No sound. Did you hear any of that? Oh, damn. I'd rather you heard the other stuff than that. Well, let me try that. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Flipping Live Show at 12 noon or 12:01 because it takes me a minute to figure out how to turn the sound on. It's your boy, Mr. Flip, coming from Houston, Texas. Thank you guys for being on the show. We got no sound, finally. Paul, I'm not a professional like you, bro. Dontae is awaiting patiently backstage. I'm going to bring him on. Yes, that's right. I said Dontae, Mr. Prison2profit. Woo! He's a free man, but he is currently being investigated for murdering these prophets. Let's bring him in. What's up, my man?
What's going on? My bad. Not even situated yet.
If the sound sucks, y'all let me know. They love to let me know that there's an echo in the chat. Oh, he's got his light on and everything, man.
Yeah, man. You know, that's what I do. You know,
that's what you do when you win $1,000 cash.
What? What are you talking about?
Woo!
I have no idea what you're talking about.
That video dropped at 11. I was stoked.
I can't even.
What's up? We hear you. Say it with the same excitement you did the first one. No, Greg. Greg, your live show got me in trouble. Somebody trying to get beat up on the internet. Yeah. I don't know if you heard me say that you're murdering the prophets, but I thought it was pretty funny.
Yeah, that's. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I had to change my headset. I was listening from the computer.
Oh, okay.
I'm situated. You got to get used to this view. Got to get adjusted.
So what's been going on?
Can you hear me through my mic or not?
I can hear you.
Okay, I don't know if I'm going which mic I'm going through, or I don't know what's going on right now.
Hey, I'm connected to my phone, connected to my computer, connected to the internet, so I don't know what the hell's going on. Man, he come on the show, got donuts, got $1,000, got a nice light in the background.
What is this $1,000 you keep talking about?
Everybody, you already know you went and saw this 30-minute continuous filming, which let me tell you, that was nerve-wracking for me. I don't film like that. I do like 10-minute spurts, 10-second spurts, and then I'm like, did anybody see me? Okay, and then I do another one. I don't just like hook up and film.
Oh, I do.
I know. You have like the chest, the head mount, like you're just like, what's up, guys? I'm famous. Y'all come talk to me and annoy me.
Yeah, it sucks when you're editing and have to do it, but besides that, it's no biggie, you know. What's going on, Paul? Big fan of your content.
So you're gonna catch a chat more than me. I have Stacy in the chat handling all that because I can't pay attention to everything. I try to concentrate on the guest.
Oh, I'm no guest. I'm just Dontae.
Yeah. So if you guys didn't know, Hammock, yep, we're talking about Hammock again.
Hey.
They had a sourcing challenge. They picked Dontae, me, Harry Tornado, Ashley Wheeler, Rainy Day Profits, and I want to say one more person. I'm horrible with names, but anyway, $1,000 were on the line. We had 30 minutes to film anywhere we wanted to go, and they dropped a video today. Dontae was the winner over Harry Tornado by 2 points, $1,000 cash. And if you watch the video at the very end, Dontae does what he does, and he tells them to give everybody $25 gift card. This man is always giving back.
Yeah, man, I didn't know he was going to put all that on video, but I didn't even know I was on video because I would have turned the phone the right way, obviously.
No, I liked it straight up because it was more like you just got a phone call, like you weren't expecting it.
Yeah, I wasn't. I literally wasn't. I think I'm gonna tell you so funny about it. Remember, I think the day that I found out was the day that I messaged you and was like, "Hey, did you win? Let me get $1." When I messaged you, I had no idea that I won.
Oh, man!
And then literally like an hour later, he was like, "Hey, man, we need to talk because of one of your items," and I was like, "What?" So I was kind of mad.
Oh, you're like,
I left them on red for about a good half a day.
You're like, yeah, I don't want to talk about this unless it's talking about me winning.
Back.
Well, congrats, man. I think that's awesome. I'm going to figure out a way to make it seem like I helped in some way. I did tell you about Hammock, so I kind of, pushed you in the direction. No,
I will give you credit for this. So I get a lot of sponsorships in my inbox sometimes, and I usually ignore all of them. Sometimes I'll read through, see what they're talking about. Sometimes things just doesn't work for me, so I will not promote anything that I don't think that works for me.
Yeah.
Hammock had been in my inbox, and then probably maybe like a month and a half later, I start seeing other resellers start promoting Hammock. And then I saw you promoting Hammock, so I was like, I kind of know Chris, so if he's doing it, it must be okay somewhat. So that's when I decided to really just talk to them and see what we can do together, and and yada yada yada, hammock, here we are.
Yeah. That's the way it works, man. I'm the same way. Like I've been getting a bunch of the weird ones lately. As a smaller channel, we get the weird people wanting us to do stuff for them. So I just got the Alibaba one like 2 weeks ago, and that's a no dice. That's not something that I'm interested in.
I don't know. You get a lot of weird ones too. I just kind of, like I said, I'll read some of them, and then majority of them I'll ignore.
Yeah, I got one for it's like a cross listing thing for Amazon, and I don't sell on Amazon, so I was like, this does nothing for me. Thank you. I'll be nice and tell them thank you, but
so that's I hate that. Oh, that I hate this view, for the record. Just everybody in the there in the chat, I just want to let y'all know I hate this view.
What view do you like better?
I don't know. Just this one, I feel like there we go. Yeah.
Okay. Hey, you just tell me, man.
Hey.
I'm still learning how to use StreamYard.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, this is your
like
show.
I said, I got my phone connected to the computer, and I'm using like iRuin webcam thingy. I don't know.
Okay, so let's go ahead, and I'm gonna break the ice because why not?
Yeah, let's do it.
So before you invited me on the show, well, why do I hear somebody else talking? Oh, my phone is watching somebody's video apparently.
Well, make sure you like it.
No, I ain't got time. So I made a mistake on this. Sorry. So here we go. So when you asked me to be on the show, we was probably going to clown some other resellers out there and talk about how dumb they are for hating on people who have sponsorships and stuff like that. But then some other stuff happened, I guess, on your live the other day. And to be full disclosure, I think I popped in that live maybe toward the end, and I was like, hey, what's up? And I popped out or whatever until I saw like whatever controversy. I didn't even know about it. Obviously, there's somebody always in your inbox telling you what's going on. So I watched the video this morning of when you and Greg had a conversation, and you made a joke that a lot of people would not agree with and would probably, would want to hang you on the cross for. And let's just be real. That's just the world we live in. That's just what it is.
Yeah. Unless I was Dave Chappelle, then it'd be hilarious.
See, and that's the kind of a standpoint I could go with it. But so when it got brought to me, all I saw was literally the clip of what was floating around on Instagram.
Yeah, so that's how the internet works.
I'm a man who I like context. It's like the Bible. Like there's so many scriptures in the Bible. People just read like the scripture and don't even go get context behind the scripture and see exactly what the scripture was talking about. So like I said, I watched the beginning part of the video with you and Greg, and you were setting up and everything like that. And the color blindness came in, and you're talking about dogs and how your alter ego is the other guy, and how you came up with the joke, and because you're a comedian and you want to be a comedian 12 years ago and everything like that. So,
which obviously did not happen.
So here's what I'm going to say. I don't feel as pissed off as half the community because I know this. I know comedians. I'm not giving you a pass either, so I don't want everybody coming over here just think I'm just giving you a pass. I'm just going to explain exactly how I feel.
I appreciate you coming on my show and not giving me a pass.
Yeah. But it's like, so comedians, they go to like some of the darkest places in ever just for comedy. Like it's a well-known thing. If you sit there and you watch like some of the Sarah Silverman documentaries, and just like a lot of the people they tell you they have to go to like some of the darkest places, and they tell a lot of jokes that people just don't like and people aren't comfortable with, but that's what they do. Yeah. So me knowing you, and I'm so glad, and here's where I am not going to say I give you an okay for it, but I look at like you just said, you gave context behind what you said, like in a comedian standpoint. There are comedians, and we watch people in entertainment who make jokes similar or 25 times worse, and we don't get as mad as some people get with you. So, but and again, you also need to know that we're in a sensitive world now. It, like you said in your very own statement, it is 2021. We can't just go around making racial jokes like it is okay, and especially in certain communities. Like if you were in the comedy community, you know what I'm saying? Like people, and that's the sad, it shouldn't have to be like that, but that's how people are looking at it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Personally, I don't care.
Yeah, I don't live my life like that. I don't give a fuck what bubble you live in. I'm not talking about you. I just said in general, like the bubble of society, whatever comes out my mouthpiece, I own it.
Yeah, and I don't think you're like racist and stuff like this. Now,
oh yeah, no, and I don't I don't have to prove my race card or anything like that to some fucking Instagram person.
It's sketchy that your uncle character is racist.
No, yeah, no, that was the punchline of the joke, that I think my uncle was racist. I wasn't saying that I was or anything, but yeah, like I said,
your alter ego.
No, my alter ego is Country Biscuit. He was talking about his uncle, but yeah, I have notebooks full of these fucking jokes. Not all racist, but just I used to write because I saw Jerry Seinfeld talk about you just write, write, and eventually the stuff you write will be good, or you'll get booed off stage enough until you go find another career.
I don't get mad because I have racist jokes in my head too, about my people, about white people, about other Asian cultures. I have racist jokes in my mind too.
I spent most of my life covering up my white skin, so I mean, I don't.
I literally just left. Well, didn't just leave, obviously, because the global bastard happened. But before the global bastard, I literally just left a cruise ship where a white comedian made fun of me because I was growing. I was like in my ugly phase of my dreads. He made fun of me, like, you know what I'm saying, because I was a black person trying to grow dreads. He called me Whoopi Goldberg. And like, again, from a comedian standpoint, this was a lot of comedians do. I go to a lot of comedy shows. A lot of comedy shows. So it's deep and dark at a lot of comedy shows. So,
but where's the line?
Like, it's okay because you did give context about how you wanted to be a comedian.
Give context
I also said
it was a horrible fucking joke.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did say it was a horrible joke, and you understand this. But some people out there do find humor in jokes like that. That's just the reality that we live in. So there's a small niche of that crowd.
Oh
but
yeah,
I'm not gonna be on the bandwagon to say cancel you, you're a bad person and you're racist. I will say that, because if I thought that, I wouldn't be on your show. I would have immediately been like, nah, I can't do it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, I mean, internet's all about clickbait, man. What you can take a 2-second segment and turn it into versus the whole story. So I've done enough horrible things in my life that I'm not worried about some 3-second clip. So I appreciate you coming on the show, though.
I'm glad you didn't take it down, so I could have went back behind and see what was going on.
Oh yeah, no, man. If anybody ever learns anything about me, is I'm not gonna like delete shit or anything like that. If it's up there and I said it, it's up there, and
So people say right. Okay, I'm reading comments. I want to hear what people say in the comments. So somebody says right is right, wrong is wrong. It was a joke in poor taste, but coming from someone who deals with racism on the daily, it's not cool, context or no context. So we go watch movies full of the same ideology.
Yeah, like you watch. I don't. You like the Wayans brothers?
How come certain people can get away with it and others can't? Like,
I don't believe.
For president, he's a borderline racist, but he's forgiven, and like he's racist on a whole nother level. But that's okay. Like,
so
that's what I don't get.
I think there's different intentions as far as is that kind of stuff. Like, you could usually tell right away if somebody is speaking with actual hatred in their heart versus someone just trying to be a dumbass. It was stupid that it was used in a clip to try and, I don't know, I guess like get likes or fucking stir up shit, whatever. But yeah, there is no line to me as far as like, oh, it's okay for comedians to say this, but regular people can't. Well, comedians are just fucking regular people that finally got the bump to become able to say shit in public. But they started out by writing jokes and talking on the internet and going to shitty bars and saying that stuff. So, it is what it is. I'm not worried about it, honestly.
So should we condemn everybody that laughs at racist jokes?
I mean, I guess. I mean, I got really, really bad religious ones. If you want me to bring those up too, I mean, I could just go ahead and get myself crucified in one day. I don't think anything is untalkable, if that makes any sense.
And I also think like it. I agree.
I've
It's
also
like, who
taken
it's coming
baseball
from.
bats to Nazis'
And I
heads.
think it's
So
like
I'm
people
not.
need to look at it too. Maybe people don't know you in the and I think that's another thing too. It's like people don't. Maybe they don't know you or something like that, and they
Yeah,
feel
I'm
like
not in the reseller clique yet, man. I'm trying to get there. It's just, hurdle.
so they think you're already this. But me and you, we've been talking for almost a year. Well, not a year, about a few months though. Like me and you've been
Yep.
talking behind the scenes for almost a few months. I've never. I mean, I don't know. Just I
Soon
get
as I
that
found
vibe
you,
from you that you just try to be funny. I mean, some people make funny jokes that they shouldn't make at times when they just try to be funny.
yeah.
I got into a heated argument with somebody about this very same thing. Like I was making black jokes, in the privacy of my home with somebody, and they didn't like it at all. And
How dare you?
and I don't care, but I made a stand like, hey, like this is just a part of my personality. Obviously, I'm not racist. Obviously, like this is not somebody like you could look at my track record. It shows that I'm not racist. It's not coming from like no ill will. It's just coming out of a place where some people think certain things are funny when they're not, and some people who are on like the far left of that who are, I don't want to say pro something versus pro everything. Like you can,
Like hard stance people. I know what
yeah,
you're talking
like
about.
you know what I'm saying. Like there's people who takes a heart. Like you can't say anything outside the box. Like if you make, I don't know. Like I don't get it.
Yeah.
Again, I
No, I
will
mean,
say it was a distasteful joke. It really wasn't that funny to me. I mean, it was. Maybe I did laugh a little bit. But then I laughed at the situation too, just because how far it's gone. To me, this shouldn't have gone this far. To me,
I
personally.
think,
And I'm gonna get condemned, and I know people are like, "Well, I'll tell you, you're giving a pass and all that." And I really don't give a fuck what you think. But to me, again, it's petty, man. Like
yeah,
and the only reason I'm saying these things is because I don't think you're a racist. Now, if you're a racist on the low key and you just been using your alter ego and all this shit to really say what you've been wanting to say, then fuck you and all that good shit. I mean, obviously you know
yeah,
that, but I don't think that you're that kind of person. And that's what I'm trying to really break. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even know how to. Yeah, we know you're not racist, and I
yeah.
think people who don't know you and hear stuff like that, they're like, oh, he must be racist because he's saying stuff like that. That don't mean shit. There's
My my
people
Hispanic
in the
wife
black
and mixed
community
kids are gonna
make
be real
white
pissed.
racial jokes every day, and it's okay.
Yeah, like I said, my Hispanic wife and mixed kids are gonna be real pissed if they find out I'm racist.
Yeah, they might. But you could just be racist towards black people, though.
No, hell no, man. I don't give a shit about anybody. Look, I am a fat, drug-free dare kid that's a vegan. I don't need to make fun of anybody. Everybody makes fun of me. How you fat and vegan?
Well, I'm really done talking about the subject. I'm the worst person up here to have. I'm the type of person like when I feel like if you have somebody out there who is like me, if I said something and somebody don't like it and somebody has a platform, A, you can come on my platform and we can talk about it. Or B,
Yep.
we can go on your platform and talk about it. That's the type of person I am. Like I'm,
Well, I mean,
I'm so about open conversations, but I will not take like idiocy. Like last week, there was a guy, transgender community, you know what I'm saying? And he made a bunch of stupid jokes and he thought it was funny to play around with that. To me, that's something completely different. That's something to go
yeah.
off on. Nothing like some guy made a joke that I didn't like because it was a little bit tad bit racist, and
Well, that's the thing. You can usually tell when somebody's like trolling or like fishing to like actually like with the intent of hurting someone versus someone that's just like, hey, this, you can use Louis C.K., Chris Rock, anybody. Just like, hey, they try this joke out and it either bombs or people laugh. And one of the great things about like any of the kings of comedy, if you watch any of those or any black comedian in a large audience, they always try to single out, holy shit, there's white people in the audience. Thank you for coming. Thanks for being so brave. Like, so whatever. My whole thing on the whole subject, and then we can talk about whatever. Again, this is the Flipping Live Show. We talk about whatever. We get real on here. But I reached out to the dude because, I mean, the way I look at it, like, obviously I have a history of violence in the past. I'm a new guy. I don't go breaking skulls anymore. But I used for like the last 20 years, all I've done is like keep Nazis out of our music scene here in Houston, by any means necessary, bats, chains, whatever I had to do. So, I mean, my credentials are on lock and that's all that matters to me. But you got, the dude posts a clip. Hey man, tag me in it. He didn't tag me. I found it. I reached out to him. He didn't respond. Like, don't hunt. If you got something to say, let's come on my show. Let's chat. I'll catch a flight. San Francisco's not too far. Let's do what we got to do, man. Like, I don't believe in like hiding behind screens, phones, anything. Like, the only way the world is going to ever be better in any way is like you coming on, saying what you feel, talking about it, and move the fuck on. So that's all I didn't like.
What sounds dumber? So it's gonna, okay, to me, a lot of, I don't know. What sounds dumber? We got into a fight because somebody said something that I didn't like. How does that sound? Like, again, we have the right to not like things that people say. A, we have that right. B, we have another right to say the shit that we feel we want to say.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we have that right. Like, we have this. That's what YouTube's for. Like,
I'm about to say, when you put yourself on a pedestal like YouTube or social media, like you're giving away a percentage of that privacy, of that right, because no matter what you say, there could be somebody that's like offended by it, and then you, depending on what level of platform you are, like if you're trying to be, a Paul Cantu that has almost 1 million subs, like you're going to have to answer to something eventually.
Oh yeah, most definitely. So how come nobody gets mad at Stephen A. Smith? Did you been watching the news this week? Anybody watching the news? Like, I've seen more stuff about what you said in the news than what Stephen A. Smith said, and he is like a celebrity, and that's sad because this man made blatant racist comments about how others couldn't lead America. You know what I'm saying? I mean, come on, man. Like, he can get away with comments, but like,
dude, that's the shit
that we need to talk about. Not no petty stuff like some dude on the internet tried to make a joke and it really wasn't. It really wasn't.
Not only is his commentary about MMA just like so bad, but then like when he says stuff like that, it's like, Jesus.
Yeah, but I don't know, man.
But he gets paid lots of money, just like Charles Barkley, man, and that's one of my favorite ones to watch, man. He just says, everybody used to think Shaq was like the bozo or whatever, and it's like all these years later, Shaq's like a freaking entrepreneurial genius, and Barkley just spouts off at the mouth and is really bad at golf.
Goals. That's what I want to do. It must be nice to sit around and just talk about sports all day.
Yeah.
Talk about anything. Like, you can put, I wish I can do that. Like, literally put me in almost any scenario and I can talk about it. Put me like in the financial district. Put me on CNN. I can talk with them all day. Put me on Sports Center. I can talk with them all day. Like, just put me in any arena and I can talk about whatever subject with whoever all day.
Yeah, for sure. My thing is like, not fake it till you make it, but I mean, I don't know. I probably couldn't talk about stocks. I don't know enough about that. I could just say, they could just put it on my screen and I say, invest in index funds. And then I'd have to be like, back to you. Because that's really all I know about is like the index funds. I'm learning about dividends and all that stuff. But shout out Dana Invest, who's slowly teaching the reselling community how to invest. But you know how I knew you won the $1,000 challenge before you even messaged me if I had $1? When you sold something from the challenge before the video dropped. I was like, he's already making money back from the challenge. I know he's going to win.
Oh, yeah, that's yeah, I don't know.
Also, my whole thing, like being nervous about filming continuously, I only used 16 minutes. Like, I just got in there and I was like, oh, I don't like this. This is uncomfortable. And I just got out. So I didn't even use the full 30.
I used all mine, every minute I could.
Yeah, I know. I watched. Are you going to drop your own video of the whole thing, or?
Yeah, I was supposed to drop it earlier today, but today's been crazy, man. I've been locked out the house, and then
I know I saw you singing right before you came on.
Yeah, it's been a crazy day, man. So I had a video out. I'll probably drop that video today just because, and then I'll probably drop another video right after tomorrow because, and then that video, obviously, I didn't know I won, but and then I made another video after I knew I won. So I want to go ahead and drop that because, like I said, I want to be able to give away, you know what I'm saying, $100 to my subscribers because, hey, how I look at it, like everything that ever happens to me is because of my subscribers now. It's not, I mean,
Yeah.
all the opportunities is because somebody seeing that I had X amount of subscribers and like, hey, this guy, he can probably help us attract somebody to our business. So they decide to contact me and, hey, we have a sponsorship for you. That's how I look at it. Like none of this would be possible without YouTube and people hitting the like button and subscribing and all this good stuff. So, I mean, I just think it's pretty cool.
How did you go about renting out an entire Benz thing for your convention?
I can't tell you all my secrets.
That's just insane. Like I was just like, wait a second. I saw your promo and I was looking at it and I was like, wait, a whole Benz store?
Yeah.
That's just insane. That's when you know you got the plug.
People just believe in me, man. Believe in my story. They believe in exactly what I try to preach, man.
Yeah.
Just try to be a real person, man, at the end of the day. And I guess people like-minded individuals, they attract each other and they just, you know, I mean, that's what it is. That's what it is for me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, one of the first videos I ever saw of you was actually, you popped up as a suggested video after a Harry Tornado video. And I was like, all right. And then somehow I saw that you did a video with him, but then I just fast forwarded all the way to where you were just talking about basically your story, like how you got your name, Prison2profit, and everything like that. And, you know, I have a lot of friends that have the same story as far as, you know, they did something when they were younger and they had to, you know, go away on a government vacation. And then I would say 90% of them have come back out and have actually turned everything around. And, you know, to then find you on YouTube doing something that we do, reselling and also turning things around. I was like, man, it's like literally I got a buddy who's a contractor. He's like booming, doing like mansion stuff. Which you would like, if people knew, like they wouldn't even let him in their house. And here he is doing that. I got a guy that's a landscaper, like people building stuff. So it was cool to find your channel. And, you know, like I had just mentioned to you, I think last week when Marcus Dixon Pickens was in town, like he's got kind of a similar story. So I don't know. I've always kind of rooted for the underdog. And I think that just shows like this community, like reselling is you could do anything, man.
I am not a part of this community. I should have told you that in my message.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. For the fun and love though, man. The fun and love.
Yeah. Fuck the community. That's how I look at it. I'm just being 100, man. I mean, I mean, how I look at it, I'm for like-minded individuals. I'm like for people who out there trying to build. I'm out there for people who just want to make another way, man, besides this drama bullshit, because I'm not with that shit. And it seems like I get caught in it every once in a while because that's just all there is on YouTube. It's like people decide to promote drama instead of deciding to promote the positive shit in life. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, yeah, I should be on a high. Like I won $1,000 today. So I mean, that's the shit I want to be on. You know what I mean? I want to be able to talk about progress, talk about what we can do as a community to get better as a community. But that shit has never happened in the 8, 9 months, 10 months that I've been in YouTube in this community. So yeah, man, I'm a part of like the realness that is life, you know? Like I know what YouTube is. I know it's a game for a lot of people just to get on here. And I know it's some people's entire life. Like some people will actually let it suck them in, you know? And I can't be one of those people. I'm just want to keep living my life, keep making these profits, keep meeting people who want to do the same thing I do. Like I said, I mean, we are about progress, man, not this high school bullshit, not this going back and forth. You know what I'm saying? Like we are allowed to get mad at somebody and then let it go. Like that's possible. We're allowed to talk to somebody behind the scenes and tell somebody, hey, look, man, like I don't like how that sounded, and somebody can stand up for themselves. Like all this is possible. We can just feel how we feel and move forward. And then after that, like, I don't know, but some people can't do that. Some people want to drown in misery. Some people like misery truly loves company. And some people like hear that statement all the time, but they don't believe it. Like misery really loves company, man. And
I think it's not until you like actually have something like miserable happen, and then you can sit back and look that you realize a lot of that shit, man. Like once you start incorporating, you see these memes on Instagram all the time or on social media talking about like, if your friends aren't talking about business ideas and investing and growing and things like that, then you're not really hanging out with the wrong friend. You're right friends. And man, it's true. Like I see, it's funny. I think you use the word manifestation a lot. You were talking about manifesting something, and then in like 30 seconds later, you posted like you were restocking those food things that you have. Now all of a sudden, I've seen like 3 of them within a 5-mile radius of my house that I never knew existed, and we have a book one in my neighborhood. And it's just like, boom, never knew those were here.
Thanks.
Dontae talks about manifestation. He shows them. All of a sudden, my eyes sees them. And so I like a lot of that kind of stuff, that you're doing with, you're always talking about like giving back and shit like that, man. And as far as the community, as far as on Instagram, YouTube and all that stuff. Yeah, no, I agree that a lot of it is trivial high school shit. Especially when people get mad about the sponsorships. That's why I was like doing the trolling last week, because I thought it was kind of ridiculous that somebody that's charging people to learn how to resell would be talking about somebody getting a sponsorship or whatever. But it's just like, man, if it doesn't go into your bank account, why do you care so much?
Yeah, I just think, I don't know, people don't have the concept of like respecting or having an opinion, but yet respecting your opinion for others' sakes. Like you can have an opinion, but think about when you put stuff out there, how it may affect somebody else. Like if somebody, and I just don't like how they said it. Like to me, at the end of the day, it's all about how they presented it to everybody else. Like there was a bunch of people who are money grubbing hungry people who only took the money because and it's like you don't know anybody's story, you don't know what anybody's getting paid, you don't know anything about anything, yet you have an opinion about it. That's the stuff I don't like. Why are you having opinions about matters that really have no effect on you? You can have an opinion. I don't like this company did not work for me. These are the reasons why this company didn't work for me. I mean, that's all you have to say. Why are you bringing other people into it? You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know.
Greg's got a question for you, but I was going to say on top of that, like you see that a lot in YouTube videos, like especially for resellers, there'll be random people that comment and they'll be like, oh, don't complain about prices at thrift going up. You're the reason because you film them, blah, blah, blah. I'm just like, what? Like it's a business. At the end of the day, they're just looking at profits. And if they see that shoes are selling more, they're going to raise the price of shoes. If they see that, that's just the way business works. Anyway, Greg said, we're motivated. Do you think your channel would have grown quicker or grown slower had you never mentioned prison?
Yeah, he said before, he was like, Dontae, have you seen any hate on YouTube specifically towards your background after telling your story? I imagine it will be beneficial towards your growth and people were motivated. Do you think, no, I think so with the prison story and hand, the prison story helps my channel grow, but it doesn't help me overall. I look at that hand in hand, like me using the name Prison2profit. A lot of people don't like that at all. There are so many people in the world who, oh my God, they hear somebody went to prison. They don't want anything to do with them. There's more people in the world than you think, the opposite. So for me, in the beginning, yeah, most definitely, I knew it would draw people in, but it would only draw those select few people who, again, don't mind about people who've been locked up. There's more people it would annoy that I went to prison than not. And the only reason I say that because you can tell like people's expressions when I meet them in person. A lot of people won't know anything about me for months, and then all of a sudden I may mention YouTube or for some reason my prison background may come up, and then like their expression will change immediately, even though they've been hanging around me for months. You know what I'm saying? Like their expressions and how they treat me afterwards will change. And it's so crazy because I'm still the same person no matter where the fuck I've been. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. But yeah, in the beginning I thought, yeah, my name Prison2profit is going to grow because I use prison, but no, not really. I don't, because to me, I'm not really, I mean, I don't know what everybody's perception of growth is different. To me, I'm not really growing at a nice pace. I'm growing because I'm not losing subscribers every day, but I'm not growing because there are people who started after me who have surpassed me. There are people, you know what I mean? So it just, I don't know. I'll never be satisfied with my numbers. Even if I had 2.3 million right now sitting here talking to you, I would never be satisfied because the number that I look for is like, I don't even think y'all don't even have the goals of the numbers that I'm looking at my head that I think is possible with YouTube. So,
well, you gotta have that hunger for anything. Like as far as is YouTube, like I know everybody talks about, oh, I'm not competing with anybody. I'm just worried about myself. But we all check everybody's subs and we're like, man, why are they doing so great? Or why are they getting boosted? Blah, blah, blah. But I mean, me personally, YouTube doesn't pay me enough to put a lot of time into it. So if I get a video done a week, then that's what I get. Like the lives are easy. I literally just turn on the camera and I sit down. And if I have a guest, great. And if I don't, I just sit here and talk like an idiot and try to keep up with the chat that I'm horrible at and just talk about what's selling and what I'm doing. But the thrift and the stores, that's where my money's coming from. So that's what I focus most of my time on.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Like if you're, I don't know many YouTube resellers who are making more money on YouTube than they are reselling.
Yeah. Like, I think there's only kind of a handful.
Yeah.
So you prefer like the Amazon bin stores versus like a regular thrift, right?
Yes, most definitely. There's nothing compared to a bin store. Hands down. Bin store is the best profit margin out there every day, all day. And nobody can ever convince me of anything different.
Okay. Well, if you make your way to Houston to see me, man, we have some and I've never been to them. I know that's everybody's like, what? But yeah,
it's just because you don't. That's why you've never been. But if you would go, you would realize that you've probably wasted your time anywhere else that you needed. And the only reason I say that is because, I mean, and again, I was lucky enough to be in an area where we had so many of them. And then even now, there's one an hour away, to me, that is close. I mean, I take an hour ride and thrifting anyway. So if I can go to a bin store and I can spend an hour and a half in a bin store, I mean, that saves me so much just because the profit margin alone in bin stores and the item variety that you're going to find, niche or no niche. Now,
do you turn, I guess the reason that I've always kind of been pushed away from them, other than the fact that it's like, I don't sell on Amazon, but I mean, I see you find stuff at the bin store and turn it and flip it on eBay. So it's not like I have to put it right back on Amazon. Because in my mind, I'm like, oh, well, these are Amazon returns. Why would I then put them right back on Amazon? But do you pick up a lot of stuff that ends up coming back to you? Like someone returns it because it was returned from Amazon, or?
Really, I wish I knew like my return rate when it came to stuff like that, because I honestly don't know. But when it comes like to Amazon, okay, so just because it's called an Amazon return store, that does not mean that every item that you see in the bins are Amazon returns.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and kill that narrative right now. These are Amazon returns, but Amazon, they have items on their shelves that are brand new, but new inventory is coming in, so they need to get rid of this inventory. Some of that brand new sealed inventory will also be in Amazon returns. I mean, they're just called shelf pools. So, I mean, you will have Amazon real returns where a customer will get an item, they shipped it back to Amazon, and then Amazon got it and then just sent it back. You will get those items, but you're getting a variety of items. It's just not like you're getting junk like some people will have you believe.
Yeah.
If you just watch any of my videos, like the proof is that's the main reason that's the main reason I like making videos. I'm more of a like show and prove type person. Like if you're gonna tell me something, you're gonna have to like prove it to me. So if I'm out here talking about me making money and I'm finding these items, that's why I record myself, to show you that what I talk about is true.
Yep. No, I get it. Greg again was asking what day do you think brings you the most big bang for your buck? Like 50 cent day or new stock day, or
fill a bag day.
Fill a bag day. Okay. And that's when I'm assuming that's like the last day before they bring out all new stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you can fill up a bag, you can have like 200-300 items in that inventory. And, you just say you have each item is $3 an item, and you got 200 items.
That's crazy. See, all I'm thinking about is how much stuff you would then just have at your house. Like, that's just the way my brain works, like clutter. Yeah. But if it sells, it sells. That's really all that matters. It's funny because you go to like bins for Amazon returns and things like that, and then I go to bins where I'm literally digging in like broken glass and broken home goods looking for shoes. People showing love. What's up, TJ?
So I see Dixon said he gets so many returns from bin store products. Are you not testing those items before you send them out?
That's the other thing I was gonna ask. Like if it's an electronic, obviously if it's sealed, you're not gonna open it. But if it's like an open package, you're gonna make sure it turns
Oh
on and
yeah,
all that good
most
stuff.
definitely. Yeah, most.
Okay.
I mean, I don't say most definitely. Like I check every item because I don't.
Yeah.
But I mean, for the most part, if it's an item that's questionable, so let's say if I get an item out the bins and it's a freaking $200 item, I'm gonna get that item checked, or I'm
Yeah.
gonna make sure it works, or make sure I put in my description where I got the item from. I got this from an overstock place, and I don't know if it works. I mean, certain things like that you just got to put in the description. People are just lazy to actually write down everything in the description as well. I don't
True.
know. I mean, and don't get me wrong, I do get Amazon returns from bin products, but I also get returns from items that I go grab at Goodwill. So
I used to tell people when I was doing a lot of electronics, I would tell people that I don't test my like my VCRs and combo players at the house. I would literally just find a VHS and a DVD player or DVD disc at the Goodwill, and I just plug it in. And as long as I heard the disc spinning and I heard the VCR like forward and then rewind, that's good enough for me. And then it just got to a point where I kept having people buy my product and then switch out the motherboard or these broken pieces. I would buy these little like hologram stickers, and I would start putting them like inside. I would take the cover off. I'd put it on the motherboard. I put one on the back, and then I kept getting swap parts. And I was just like, all right, I'm done with electronics. I guess I got targeted because I was a smaller like Amazon account. This is back when I was on Amazon.
all right, I mean, it still happens. I mean, Amazon. I don't. A lot of I don't know. Now Amazon is different because I do have a newer account, and it's more of a struggle on Amazon than like my older account. It seems like my older account I can sell almost any and everything on and be okay. I mean, I did have a few returns, but I usually let customers keep the items because I mean my profit margins are already where they need to be. I mean, if you can't go on a sourcing trip and one item pay for the entire trip, or I don't know. As a reseller, I'm a firm believer in you should already be in profit. Every day that you walk and wake up, you should be walking profit. That's just my
Nice.
personal opinion. Like you shouldn't be negative. I know there are resellers out there who are in the negative. They have inventory just sitting and it's negative. I mean, they don't even know what positive is. They bought an item, it never sold, bought another item, that never sold, bought an item, that never sold, bought an item,
Yeah.
that one sold, and then bought another item, that one never sold, that one never sold. I mean, I've never had that problem. I've never purchased more negative than positive ever since I've started reselling. And I've started with realistically, I started with $30. I turned $30 into like $3-4 grand. Easy.
And that's just concentrating on the sell through rate, making sure it was a high sell through rate and all that good stuff. Yep.
Just going through making sure. And initially that started with Amazon. So for the first 6 months of that was probably Amazon. It probably took me about 9 months to turn that $30 into about $4 or $5 grand consistently. And that's what I mean by like consistently. Like I was making, if you go back on my videos last year when I was doing nothing but Amazon, you see I'll always reveal my numbers. Like I was making $4 grand, $2 grand, almost two grand every 2 weeks, getting a check, $1,800 check, $1,700 check, somewhere around there. And that's just all in Amazon.
Do you do FBA or just FBM now?
FBA. I've never done an FBM. Never. I can't even tell you how to do. I mean, I probably could, but I've never done FBM.
Did with all the changes that I heard other like Amazon sellers, did your storage space shrink? Or are you still unlimited?
No, because I think I have the variety of so many items.
Oh, okay.
I'm not stuck in one niche, and that really affected like if you were selling like nothing but DVDs or a bunch of book sellers or a lot of media. But that's not the only people it affected, but that's who it affected mostly. I feel didn't affect mine. I mean, I don't have that. And then for me, it's like if storage space is a problem in Amazon for you, and you're an FBA seller, you're sourcing crappy items, or you're sourcing for like the super long haul. I mean, I don't.
That's kind of how I feel about when I see people post like just hit 1,000 listings on eBay, but then you look at their solds and it's only like 200, and it's like
those
you have
are
1,000 listings,
people,
but
man.
it's
those
all
are the
crap.
Worst teachers. Those are the worst people out there in the community. I hate to say it like that. Those are the worst people preaching and teaching, and like you're bragging about how many listings that you listed. That to me, that's nothing to brag about. That's how many you just sell.
I agree with you 100% on that. I think we've talked about it in the DMs before. Like, I just hit 400 listings. I have more sales than I do listings, but that's because I will put something back if it's not 75%. Or I'm very strict. I don't want stuff sitting on my shelf. Now obviously I had stuff in the beginning because I was just like, oh, this is only a quarter, I'm going to buy it and I can make, $12. But now that my minimum profit has to be $15 and my sell-through rate has to be 75 or higher, like I'd rather have 400 listings that I know are going to sell in 90 days than 1,000 just so I can make that post.
Facts. And the only reason I would have ever gotten to 1,000 listings would probably because of filler bag days, because you're spending $15, $20 for 200 items. Like that's the only, and even me doing that, I still never reached. So, okay, I don't know, a quick rundown on how I do my eBay. I used to have an eBay account when I lived in South Carolina. Long story short, I don't do anything else with that account. That account has been running since it had 600 and something active listings by itself. It's just been running. Somebody ships everything for me and does all that work. And then my new account is the one that I actively work on daily now because I live here in Michigan and things change. So with that being said, on the other account right now, I have 392 active listings. And that's out of the 600 that were being sold. So 200 and something sold since I left. And then this account right here, I have 166 active listings. And It has 94 solds. Like, so for me, like, that's what I want. I want to be able to, I listed 7 items, at least 5 of them motherfuckers got to sell. You know what I'm saying? Like at least, or I feel like crap. You know what I'm saying? Like if I go sourcing this week, like for me, I want everything that I sourced last week, 80% of it should be, I want it to be gone. It's probably not going to happen every time, but within 90 days, guess what? 100% of it needs to be gone. Because if it's not gone in 90 days, 6 months down the road, I'm going to guarantee it's gone myself because I'm going to throw it away. Because it's just sitting. I don't need crap that's sitting. And don't get me wrong, I know every blue moon you're going to have an item that's been sitting there 3 years. It's going to sell for you. But guess what? That's just, to me, it's just a waste of space, man. I don't know.
So
I don't know.
What we try to
about
do,
your 1,000 listings, guys. Congratulations. You made 1,000 listings. So congratulations. I've been an eBay seller for 3 years and I've never reached 1,000 listings. And I am a full-time reseller. And what does that say? Does that make me a bad reseller? Because obviously I don't get it. I don't get it. So I don't get it.
So that's what I was trying. I try to talk to people about that too, because everybody, like, I don't know, when you tell somebody you're a reseller, like I still say I'm a part-time reseller because we run the actual pest control business. Yeah. So until January, we're part-time, no matter how many hours we put in or whatever. But if it always amazes me, like at the bins, if somebody's like, "Oh, you're a reseller," and you're like, "Yeah," usually it's because they see the IKEA bag. Like that's like the thing. If you see an IKEA bag, you know someone's probably a reseller. And then the next question is, how many listings do you have? What? How many listings do I have? No. How about how many sales, or what's my sale? You can't even ask me my 90-day because
you about to say took the words out of my mouth. I don't even care about your 90-day. That's not telling me nothing.
People will post a 30,000 90-day, but they spent 27,000 on inventory. So it's just like, what's your profit margin? But you can't ask that because then people are like, "Oh, I don't know how to do my profit margin." Like, hey, that's all that matters. What's your sell-through rate and what's your profit margin?
What is your profit margin? I'm a firm believer. Like, even when it comes down to the people who argue about shipping versus free shipping, who gives a fuck? What is your profit margin? Like, who cares if I put shipping on this item or free? I don't care. I don't even care what you do. All I care for you is that you are taking into account your profit margin.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I can tell you what I do sometimes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But don't
at the end of the day, sell-through rate and profit margin are the most important things, I think, out of everything in the reselling is profit margin. And honestly, in any part of business, it doesn't have to be reselling. It's going to be profit margin and sell-through rate. If you worked at the Apple store, guess what? They don't care how many Apple phones are on the wall. They care about how many are selling.
How many are selling? We need to buy new inventory. If you don't, put it this way, if you're one of those resellers who can not go, okay, so let's say tomorrow I have 100 listings and I don't go sourcing anymore for a month and I don't sell anything, that's a problem. I want to be the seller who has 100 listings, can go on vacation for a month, and all my items sell slowly. And the only reason I say this, I literally took and I should have did a whole video. I started to make the video, but then me getting off track and doing 25 videos during the trip, I stopped that one. But I was gonna do like how much I made on the trip. I put my store was still making sales from one of them. Amazon still makes money by itself, which you do know. Is I literally didn't source or anything for like 3.5 weeks. And by sourcing, I mean like add any more listings to my eBay store. Obviously, I went sourcing on so that's what I meant. I didn't list any more items. And I still made enough money to pay all my bills in a month without me having to list one more item.
Nice.
That's what I'm proud of.
Yep.
Like, that's what you should be proud of.
Yeah.
Not proud of, I listed, I kept listing, and I ain't making no sales. I'm listing though.
Yeah.
The summer slowdown. Why are y'all listing all these damn items and y'all screaming about a summer slowdown? What kind of mess is that? I don't get that either. So you're listing and you're not selling.
Maybe it's not the summer. Maybe it's just the listing. Yeah.
It's you. I don't believe in Q4, Q1, Q2, or look, trust me. Common sense, guys. People buy more things in around Christmas time. That's common sense.
Yep.
Obviously common sense. But if you are a full-time reseller, your sales should not really make that big of a dip when it comes to like Q1 versus your Q4. Like, to me, it really shouldn't. Like,
yep.
Obviously, again, the common sense would tell you, obviously, you're going to make a little bit more sales, and more items that won't sell in the summer will sell for Christmas. But if you are the right reseller, your sales should be pretty much continual all year.
Yeah, it should be steady growth, especially if you're sourcing and you're paying attention to. I think the last 5 minutes of this entire conversation has been where everybody needs to focus. Like, because I think that's another reason I was going to say. I think that's another reason why some people might not like your channel or my channel or other channels, is because you're saying what you're not coddling anybody. You're not like you're ruffling feathers and saying exactly what needs to be said, that most people or a lot of people don't want to hear. Like, they don't want to hear that listings don't matter. They don't want to hear that really profit margin and sell-through rate is what is the most important. Like, they, I don't know. I like the no fluff, right to the point. If you're not doing this and you're doing this, that's why you're having problems. It's not because of this. So
there's a lot of bad advice out there, man. And
that's the other horrible thing, is everybody is trying to sell themselves in one way or another. But then when you have people that are not only trying to sell themselves and grow their channel, but they're trying to sell their way of sourcing or thinking to other people, and it's just wrong all the way around. You're taking somebody who's already confused and not really has a good grasp of what's going on, taking their money and then giving them horrible advice that's just going to put them further and further back.
Fact. If you run into anybody and you're watching anybody's YouTube channel and they ever tell you anything like, this is the only way to make money, or my way is the only way, like, you need to immediately delete them and don't watch them anymore.
Yeah, just abort, back out. Yeah.
There are so many. Like, I know for a fact there are thousands of resellers out there, and we're all doing it some kind of different way, some kind of similar way, some kind of different. You know what I'm saying? We all have the same end goal, profits, but we all don't do it the exact same way. So that concept alone shows me that there's more ways than one. Oh my God. Whoever would have thought?
Who, for sure. Yeah. I mean, it's when I hear people talk about summer slowdown, even before I got into reselling and was just doing sales, like, in pest control, everybody's like, oh, well, the winter time's the slow time because it's cold and bugs, they go deeper into the soil, blah, blah, blah. It's like, I live in Texas. It's never really cold enough for bugs to go deep into the soil. And not only that, like, people always are going to want to know that their home's protected from bugs, because you never know. But if you like me, I sell shoes. Is there ever a time ever that somebody doesn't need shoes on their feet? No. That's true. And then, I mean, so there's never going to be a slowdown, because people are always going to want shoes. People are always looking for clothes. People are always looking for the little gizmos and gadgets that you're finding at the bins. Like, what was the first thing that you sold from the contest? It was like a computer part or something.
It was this Windows. I think it was like a Windows Microsoft Office. It was like one of them little. I used to get them all the time from the other bins, but it used to be like the other versions, like the Microsoft Windows 10. But this was like a Microsoft Home and Student. That's what it was. A Microsoft Home and Student.
There's never going to be a summer slowdown on that.
Never.
Somebody's always going to need that.
Years. Yeah. Even like the Elgato thing I found in the bin. Somebody's always going to need that. I've had like 1,000 offers on it. And I'm like, should I keep it? Do I want to use it? I don't know. Clothes, there's always, I don't know. There's always ways to source. Like I had to move. I had to change my entire strategy for a few weeks. Luckily, another bin store open, but I had to change my entire strategy for a while by going to.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, I was gonna have to put in more hours and stuff like that. Luckily, I do have a YouTube that doesn't give me a lot of income. I don't make a lot of money from YouTube, but it gives me something that, you know what I'm saying, makes me feel like okay.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that, man. So are you full time? You're back. You're 100% Michigan.
Yeah.
Okay, so you only go back just for your convention, and then I'm assuming visit or things like that. Okay, so you've adjusted already. You've gotten, you know, where your good sourcing stores are, and
I'm not adjusted yet, but I'm trying to. It's a process. It's just me and my personality. Luckily I know my person. Luckily I know me as a human being. I have like stages and lulls in my life where it's not like a woe is me, but I don't know. It's just like funks and stuff I can't get out of. Big changes. After like big changes is one of them. So I feel like I'm in one of those lulls now where I just feel it's not a sorry for. It's just like a readjusting a period for me. Yeah, that's what I'm kind of going through now. So it's not like I'm going sourcing as hard as I should or anything like that. I'm not doing just barely enough to get by, but I'm always busy. But I don't know. I'm not explaining it. I'm not going as hard as I would if I was in South Carolina because I don't know like all the areas to go to and still trying to get adjusted here and make things where I need to be and perfect my inventory. It's like I can't even source for inventory like I want to because of that whole space thing we speak of. It's an adjusting period for me.
Well, so you don't feel bad. Everybody goes through that. not just in the reselling, like generally in life. Like there's days where I just am like, I wake up and I just either just don't want to get out of bed or, you know, you want to see the world burn for no reason. Just, you know, that's just how life is sometimes, man. But what makes the champion is you just keep on going.
Facts. I mean, what if you are one of those resellers, Paul? Because Paul said, I see some full-time eBay sellers on YouTube who give advice and only sell like 2 items a week. What if those items are like $1,000 items a week?
Yeah, Paul. How dare you?
No. Don't hate, Paul.
No, I see. Well, I mean, we all know who the person is talking about, like 31,000 listings, and then it's like Target shirts and stuff like that. But whatever makes them money, I'm happy for them. That's what I was trying to tell people. Like, I don't care if you promote something and I think it's stupid, as long as if you're getting the money, get it, you know, whatever.
If you're truly getting the money.
Yeah. It doesn't affect my bank account. If you want to promote, you know, Alibaba or, you know, something that, you know, you want to, you know, TJ gets a promotion for some, you know, steak company and I don't eat meat. I'm like, hey, get that money, TJ. I don't care. Like, you know, whatever.
Paul said they're not. Their store is in link in the bio.
So you're a lurker. You like to go look at people.
I say you're one of those people.
You're one of those people. You like to lurk and see what people are selling.
Paul make a sale like every 10 minutes.
Yeah, TJ says it's fun time, not full time. That's the thing. Like, when I used to go to the bins, it was more like a treasure hunt than it was like, hey, you're on the clock. This is business time. Like,
it's all business when I'm there.
Once that transition switched, I'm like, if I'm digging, I'm like, oh, I see that. I'm like, it's not $15 profit. I don't care. Even if it's vintage, it's not $15 profit. I'm gonna keep moving. So once you change that, all of a sudden you notice that you're not bringing home stuff that is more of a, hey, I remember this as a kid. Not everything you bring it home is this is gonna sell. It just takes that. Yeah, I bet you did make you probably made like 70. Like every morning you post
in the show. I made one sale during the show on one account. I think I made 2 sales actually. One on one account, one on another account.
Nice. Well, that was the other thing I was going to ask. How did you set up 2 Amazons?
Oh, I have like 3 Amazon 4.
See, the whole reason I'm not on Amazon anymore is because they deactivated my account because they said it was linked to another one after like 4 years. So I appealed it. And I was just like, hey, I don't know what account you're talking about. If you can give me some insight, maybe I can figure out. And then they denied that appeal.
This is one of my accounts. It's been deactivated.
Yeah.
Literally.
So
that's why you have to have 5 accounts, bro.
I don't even know how to get one back. So
I have a video. It's called Ghost Accounts. It's literally all you have to do is do everything that you're going to do in your name, but times it by 2 in a business name. Or if you've already connected the business and your name personally, if you didn't make them 2 separate entities, just get a friend, get a family member, get a friend, get somebody deceased if you got to. I mean, there's
He
that
said
was a joke,
deceased.
guys. Oh, he's making dead jokes. But anyways, get whatever you need to. Like there's so many ways for you to create those other accounts.
Okay, yeah, that's the only reason I stopped on Amazon is because they said I was linked to something. I could never figure out what I was linked to. I kept losing the appeal, and then finally I got mad and I was like, I don't need you, Amazon, and I've just been eBay since. But I miss them. It was easy.
It's getting hard though. I ain't gonna lie.
I know now. I'd probably, if I signed up with an account, it'd probably be like so small and it wouldn't be worth my time. But
because I feel like I started this new account and it's giving me trouble.
We have a Cowboys or whatever, but it's not in Houston. I think that's up towards TJ and Dallas or Fort Worth. But we have a couple Black Friday deal locations here, which people are like, "Oh, have you been here?" And I'm like, "No, I've never been to the bin store, but I have it in my head. If you ever make it to Houston, we're gonna hit them, so you can show me what's up, and I can just stand there and look confused."
It's really, I don't know. It's just literally walking. Bin store is nothing but a Goodwill with stuff inside the bins instead of standing up on the walls.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be like,
all it is, man.
Wait, where's all the broken glass and the people fighting? But I'm assuming people probably still get rowdy.
Paul just sold the book. Shout out to Katie Reed. I need to sell something else. Making me jealous, Paul.
I know. I'm about to kick him out of the group here real quick.
Let me see what else I can sell.
Man, if it's an hour, man. If you're ready to wrap, we can. I know you're a busy man. You got $1,000 burning a hole in your pocket.
It's already gone.
Did it go back into inventory? Or you do something nice with it?
I'm going to give $100 away to my subscribers. I'm going to give $25 gift cards away to everybody who's in the competition. And then I'm going to, I can't go to Disney World because that's all my money.
I can't,
so, but then exactly. I'm probably going to put like $400 down on my car because I'm very close to paying that off. And then probably take my girl out to a nice dinner. And then, but that probably leaves me with like $100. I've already invested like $100 of it into Robinhood / Stash. And then the last little bit will probably go to inventory, which is already actually gone to inventory because I've already swiped that card. So yeah,
hey, it's awesome and that you have it all broke down.
Yeah, and then the fact that they gave us our money back, that was sweet. So I felt like I have an extra $66. But I'm more excited about the $66 than the fucking $1,000.
When I got the little notification, I was like, $78. What the hell is this for? And I clicked it and it was like, this is your money from your source. And I'm like, oh shit. It's free inventory.
Hey, that's it. I think they doubled the money or whatever. I was like, damn, I should have spent like $1,000 if I knew that.
Well, that's why I had asked them, like, is there a spending limit? Because in my mind, I was like, okay, well, if it's just 30 minutes and you can spend whatever, well, then all you have to do is buy the most profitable stuff and you're going to win. So in my mind, I was like, great. Josh is going to use his $12,000 YouTube money and he's just going to go buy the whole freaking Goodwill store and win.
Facts. But I thought, here's how I'm not. I was like, you know what? I thought you was gonna go to a bin. I don't know why I thought you would go to a bin store. I don't know why.
I was going to, and the reason I didn't is because I don't even know if I want to put this on here. There are people there that will just talk to me the entire 30 minutes.
Oh yeah,
and I can't be like, hey, I'm doing a contest. Could you? I don't want to be like, go away. I'm doing a contest. So they would just be like.
I would have been mushing people. Get out the way. Move. I got $1,000 on the line. It was fun.
Maybe I should have done that. I wouldn't have won, but it'd have been great content. You just see me pushing people into the bins. Like, I'm trying to win money here.
I know Josh would never probably see this, but I felt so good beating him.
Oh, I imagine, dude. When I saw the email this morning, I said, oh, I bet you he just did a backflip in his yard.
It felt so good. I was like, oh man,
that's awesome.
I wish I could see his. I wish I could see his face.
Well, you want me to add him real quick to the lot? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I know, right? Like, and surprise, here goes John.
He's been waiting for an hour in the backstage area.
No, because only reason again, I knew I was going to the bins. I didn't care what day it was. I was going to the bins because I was like $1,000 profit margin, bins all day. And
Yeah.
I figured the other people who, shout out to them, I'm not really familiar with your channels, but they would go to like Goodwills or something. And then, like I said, I figured you would go to the bins. I knew Josh couldn't go to the bins because they just closed the one in his area. So I knew he
Dang.
was
So
pretty much
you'd
screwed.
already known.
Yeah, I had already kind of like planned it in my mind. But I also know the bins are just so like I guarantee if you go to a bin store, you will find profit.
Yeah.
But it's like, what profit margin will you find? What item that's going to blow you away? It's just so crazy. And the fact that I found that freaking Elgato there
Yeah.
on a $3 day, bro, like that's, I mean, I think I would have won anyway because I was a beast and I'm an animal and I'm the bin king. Yeah, I'm full screen, so I'm gonna brag. Yeah, bin king, profits 2021. You see the shirt? It's my merch. You can go get the merch if you want to go get the merch. It's not at Teesprings no more. They changed the name of it, so I forgot.
I don't know what just happened. I had filmed twice, so now that it's over and I lost, I can tell you. I picked a store that I hadn't been to in a while, and I went in first, and I made sure that it had stuff worth going into, and then I went back out, put on my sports bra, and started my contest. Now, I was by myself, so I couldn't look anything up, so I'm just grabbing stuff that I had seen. Like, I got the pots and pans because I saw Hustlin' Hooks does a lot of Revere wear, and I was like, okay, well, that's money. And then, like, Dragon Ball Z, I knew it was vintage, and then, of course, no shoes that day, so... But my second filming was at the night because I had texted Ty and I was like, hey, is there a time limit? And he's like, as long as it's in by midnight. I was like, okay, cool. I was going to go and hit some dumpsters because I'm in my brain. I'm just like zero upfront money, 100% ROI. But it was raining. And so that ruined it. So because I was like, even if I don't win, it would be pretty cool to have all these people at like bin stores, thrift stores, and then just one random idiot digging in dumpsters trying to win $1,000.
I thought you were gonna do that too, but then it came to my mind. I was like, but the odds of him like having 30 minutes to find like one, and then travel time to get the dumpster.
Yeah, exactly.
I calculated, like I said, I calculated all of your plans out in my mind.
It sounds like you already knew you were going to win before the contest even started.
I just knew. I mean, honestly, I just knew I had a good chance. Like some people go into competitions thinking they have chances and they really don't. But I honestly felt. Even I think I was telling Katie, like I really think this is something like I can win. Like even when I saw them, who should do the 30-minute hammock challenge or something like that, I was like, Katie, you should tag me because I'm telling you, if they pick me, I can win that. Like I can win that. And it's not the brag. It's just because I have faith in what I preach and I have faith in bin stores. You check sale, count, price, and it's as simple as that to me. And luckily that y'all didn't find any great items that day as well. So that was definitely a big part of it. He picked a freaking random Tuesday. I watched a little video where y'all decided, and I was like, a Tuesday?
Yeah.
I'm glad y'all didn't say Thursday because that was Filler Bag Day. If y'all would have said Thursday,
been over.
I would have definitely killed it.
Yeah, I had actually given them a few names of people that I thought would be good for the contest, and they're like, "Well, we want you to do it." And I was just like, "I don't want to do it because everybody already kind of knows Flip the World and Hammock, or like." And if I won that, everybody would just be like, "Oh, this is rigged," blah blah blah. And they're like,
I was gonna say it's rigged if Josh won. I was already prepared. Rigged.
You like I got the petition right behind me. I was already collecting signatures.
Signatures already on the paper. Rigged. That's one thing I will say.
Canvas in the neighborhood.
I am so glad it was not a popularity contest. I'm so glad none of us tried to. Well, we couldn't rig it anyway. We couldn't even tell our subscribers to do anything. So I was so glad it was pure chance.
Yeah, no, for sure. They're gonna want to do some more. The next one I think they want to do is like a listing challenge where they see how many listings you can get done using the Hammock app in X amount of time. And I'm sure it's going to be like $1,000 or something like that. So, I've been practicing. I'm getting real quick with my listings now.
See that, and I would kill that one because I wouldn't even tell you my strategy. But yeah.
Oh man, see, you already know, but. I think it's cool that they have that they're putting money into like resellers and doing fun stuff like that instead of just your regular contests. But
yeah, they said they wanted to do something like be like Mr. Beast a little bit and just give back a lot. And I was like, man, I'm really down with that. that's one of the other things that really
Yeah.
I rock with them too, because anytime anybody wants to give back, I'm definitely down with that.
Well, I pitched him an idea based off of your convention that you have coming up. I was like, look, I don't know how he did it, but maybe since he's on the team now, you can reach out to him. I thought it would be cool for them to like put like coupons for like $500 listing credit, and then also just cash like in a Ben's store somewhere, and then just let people in that are hammock users and kind of turn it into a video. Like,
oh, I should reach out to them and see if they want to sponsor my event a little bit.
See, that's what for sure, dude. I guarantee you they would. But something like that, be like, the video would open like a Mr. Beast. You could even be the one that opens and be like, I'm the Black Mr. Beast, and right behind me in this bin store, there's $10,000 mixed up in all the stuff. And these
actually
people
do that because I have an idea coming out. I mean, well, you already know my bin. If y'all don't know, what he's talking about is really happening this October. I rented out this bin store, and we're gonna put like $1,000 in the bins with a bunch of great items and prizes. And I'm probably going to try to email Hammock as soon as when I get off here and see if they want to participate. Maybe throw some more cash in the bins or something.
Look, I'm gonna hit them up and make them. I'm gonna make them match whatever you're putting in there.
Yeah, for real, we should. That'd be awesome. So that's a good idea. I usually don't steal ideas when people give me ideas on stop giving me ideas on my videos, guys, because sometimes I'll have an idea and then I'll see some idea that somebody suggested, and then I'm like, oh, I can't do it now because they think I'll stole their idea, and I don't want your ideas. I want to be original. I want to do my own things when I feel like doing them. So
well, you thought it. You just put it in me, and I presented it.
Yeah, I mean, but that's a good idea. I've been looking for a food. I've been calling my city looking for like a food sponsorship. But Hammock being a sponsor, that might be really actually a good idea. And I am one of their clients, you know what I'm saying? So,
and I mean, their whole thing is resellers for resellers, like Ty's a reseller. So I think it'd be a great opportunity. And that's what I was gonna say. If you wanted to plug your convention, for sure, man. I think it's awesome. I still don't understand how you got a whole bin store rented out. I think that's amazing. And that just shows like, you're the man.
The ATL Flipper said Hammock should have had everyone on the contest on the screen so we can all see their reaction. I said the same thing. I told Katie the same thing. I said they should have had all of us in the room and then just told us who the winner was so I could see everybody.
You just see a chair flip back and just walking off.
What the? No. Nah. He would have been happy for me. Probably not.
I'd have just been there.
I'm not gonna lie. Like I wish I could invite him on one of my lives now. Just so like, you know what, Josh, I beat you. I'm happy I beat you. Like you beat me in the YouTube thingy or the Instagram voting thing. But again, it's a popularity contest. I won $1,000.
Yep. Cash money. I got a bowling trophy, but you got cash money.
Hey. I forgot we're both winners and we both beat Josh. Pew, pew.
Look, man, I already got
all love, guys. All love.
I already got clips of me looking like an asshole. I don't need another one going viral.
Look, I want to go on every show just so I can be like, Josh, I beat you. Finally. I finally got you.
Man.
Just because it's exciting. I'm not gonna lie, it's exciting beating you all. Like when you watch my video today, I call you out specifically. Like I
know they put that in the front of the video dropped today. I was all, what did I
do? So it was just all good and fun. It was a good time. Like I said, I thought I had a chance to win. When I actually won, I was surprised. So fun times. Definitely gonna give back to my community. Definitely appreciate Hammock, even though they're not watching. Guys, go check out Hammock. Make sure you formulate your own opinion about Hammock. And I will have a video coming out about the truth about Hammock very soon too. But
there you go. Yeah, I'm actually going to be doing a live interview with one of the VAs for Hammock to try and not. It's not really to like put out any fires, but just to show people like when you hear the word VA, you think it's like a bot or something. Like these are real people doing it. And I just want people to like be able to have a face like, hey, when I'm sending these horrible messages on the WhatsApp about, hey, you stupid, blah, 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 you messed up my listing, blah, blah, blah. Like, hey, Paul, this is a real human you're talking to. Like I don't know. I've been using them so long now that I have built up a good working relationship with my VA because I just treat them like an employee since day one. And I'm like, hey, this is how I list like this, and we have no problems. If you mess up, I'll tell you, but I'm not going to jump down your throat because at the end of the day, if they're doing 80% of the stuff right, and all I got to do is fix the title and change the price, I'm still ahead of the game, and I'm working faster than I would on my own. So, but no, I think you know, I'm looking forward to your video, and you know, you can talk to Ty, Sid, anybody at Hammock. If I don't like something about what they got going on, I don't shun away from it. Like every video you see, I talk about I use Photo Room to do my white background. Hammock app has a white background selection, but I don't use it because it's not where it needs to be yet. But I know once it gets there, I'll promote it. But from now, I use Photo Room, and then I go to the Hammock app, and they know that. So,
yeah. Well, I went to your video to watch how to list on Hammock.
Yeah, I have that one too. That was weird because that was my first time using a screen record to like record the sign up, and I fumble a lot. Technology is hard for me, man. I don't know. I just never got into. I'm not a tech guy.
Me neither. Don't feel bad. It's all right. I don't think we need to be really nowadays. We can just Google everything.
Oh, see there, you gotta. Yeah, bring them on the live. Talk to your VA, man. Like really, it's just a human.
Derek said he's surprised.
I know. I just saw that. I was like, what? I knew he was going to win when I won.
Low key, I was trying to be humble. I knew I was going to win. I'm dead. The only reason I thought I would have lost a little bit was they did the whole Instagram voting thing, because that became the popularity part that you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't win popularity contests.
As soon as you messaged me asking for $1, I was like, this fool won, and he's trying to rub it in my face.
I swear. On everything I love, I did not know. At that point,
if I had your PayPal, I was going to send you $1 right there on the spot.
Yeah. When I messaged you, I did not know. And then they told me a little bit later. And then you can even ask Ty, because Ty, it was like, what time? I texted you early that morning. So it was like around 4 o'clock my time. Yeah, so it was 4 o'clock my time when I found out. So when I found out, he was like, yeah, you can't tell nobody. I was like, I can't even tell Chris. Ask him, dead ass. I was like, I can't even tell Chris, because I really wanted to tell you. I was like, hey man, remember that $1 I asked about earlier? I can give you one now.
I already asked him for $1, so I know he knows I won.
So yeah, that was pretty cool. You a hater, Derek.
Yeah.
Surprised I won. You a hater. You don't watch my videos. That's all that is.
I look forward to the next competition. I hope we're both in it, man.
Oh yeah, me too. Real resellers won.
Yeah. I like I said, as soon as you messaged me, I knew you'd won, and I was like, all right, well now we get to see the video, and I'm sure they called him and interviewed him, and he's rubbing it in everybody's faces, and it worked out perfectly, because then I had you on this show, so it was like it was serendipity.
Serendipity. It was.
There we go. I didn't want to say the wrong word.
Yeah, I'm glad you knew I won, because I damn sure didn't. So,
come on, man.
Like I told you, Ty had messaged me, and he was like, "Hey man, we need to talk about 2 of your items." And I was pissed for like a half a day. I was like, you know what? I'm not even gonna message this dude back. I was like, you know what? I don't even care, to be honest. I don't even care about this competition. I know what time it is.
Yep. It's winning time, and that's what you did. But I'm gonna cut it, man. Mama's been keeping the kids quiet for a good hour. And if you're watching this on the replay again, I want to thank my boy Dontae, AKA Prison2profit, for coming on. Again, man, with all the BS and shit, I appreciate you coming on, talking, being real like you always are. That's why I like following you. That's why I kick it with you. And yeah, y'all check out his channels. It'll be in the description as always.
Hey.
And I'm gonna try and work on myself, because I imagine my Instagram DMs have been blown up since. So
make sure that you bless somebody today.
Oh, there we go. All right, y'all. Be good.